Previously on Survivor. After Bronwyn's blindside, the remaining underdogs got creative with their plans.
I write down a note and like put it underneath her door or something and have put like Eden's name on it.
Things got heated before the challenge when Kayla confronted Alex about the note.
Alex is the only one that lives in my building. So Alex, who has been talking behind my back?
Everyone.
Who? Name the names.
Everyone.
Despite their best efforts, the upperclassmen alliance stuck together, voting Samir out at tribal council. 9 remain. Who will be voted out tonight?
Our tribal council, I knew it was either going to be me after the Kayla fight, because I knew that she was going to spread some rumors, and I knew Samir was my number one, so they kind of told me that it was either going to be me or him, considering that we were in the minority. And I was just lucky that I didn't go home, because they were thinking that in an idol.
So the thing was, we didn't know who had the idol, we just, none of us have it, and we didn't know if they had it or not, or if whether it was out of the game already, or what. So basically the plan was we had 5 votes going towards Samir, and 3 votes going towards Alex, which left the other 2, so I think they voted for Emily. So, if everything went to plan like it did, Samir was getting voted out. And if he played the idol, then it would have been 3 votes to Alex, and Alex would have got voted out. So either way, the idol was either getting flushed, or Alex or Samir were going home.
I did want Alex to go, but I wasn't going to be upset if he didn't go. It was just fun. It was just for fun. But I want him to leave, but also I'm not upset that he didn't.
We actually split votes a little bit. So there was an all guys alliance thing that Samir and Alex thought we were doing. Obviously we weren't really doing that, but they thought we were. So the 2 of them voted Emily, because that's what we had, the 6 of us had agreed on, 6 guys. And then Sydney and Emily had talked to, Emily, I told Alex right after that challenge, and then Sydney had talked to Eden, I believe, and Eden had told her Alex also, and that kind of made sense after all that crazy stuff that happened at the challenge. And then Kayla also ended up voting Alex. I'm trying to remember why. I think it was just in case Samir played an idol, there'd still be the majority for him. But our whole alliance was cool with that. It all worked out. That's kind of Ryan's idea to split votes, because we had the numbers to kind of be able to do that. So yeah, that's what happened. Went completely according to plan, at least for us. So that was good. I think Samir was a big threat, so kind of a little bit relieved that he's gone.
It was totally Samir's idea to get Emily out, which I was unexpecting because they were seemed so close in this game. And I don't know if Emily knows that Samir's the one that voted for her. I haven't talked to her about it.
Samir had texted me that Luke and Ryan were down to vote for Kayla. So I told Sydney and Alex to vote for Kayla. But then I met up with Ryan a couple hours later, and he had told me that Samir and Alex went to the 4 guys in their group about a guys alliance, and that they had thrown my name out there. So that was news to me, and then Ryan had said that his core group was voting for Samir instead of Alex, because Alex knew he had a target on his back and he'd probably play the idol, because if he had it, he felt endangered. And then He told me and Sydney to vote for Alex just as a backup in case Samir played an idol, then, you know, I wouldn't get voted out.
I voted for Alex because that was the plan, and then realized they didn't vote Alex. Last minute they were texting me like, okay, vote Alex, this is the plan, and so we did. And then obviously it wasn't Alex, the plan was Samir, so that was kind of disappointing again. But yeah, it's kind of happened.
Kayla was going to go vote for Alex regardless, and we told Sydney to vote with us and vote for Alex as well. So that way, at least to Alex, it looked like we weren't all like going for Samir and regarding what he had said about the Lions thing. It's because we want Alex to still be on his toes and think, oh, they might want to work with me. We don't. But the way that we wanted the votes to look like was that we aren't just singling one person out.
We're trying to replace her with like we're trying to make her all Dalton, I guess, like just like an extra vote just to have until we get like majority, and then we can just like pick them off. I guess that's what they want to do. I think she's just really naive to like the game. Like I feel like she doesn't like talk to anybody, and she just trusts like anyone. Like, she's just really good at acting. I don't know.
I was happy to see that, you know, my alliance stuck with me still. We voted together again.
I confidently think that it could be down to Ryan, Eden, Luke, and I, us four, to the final four, if we just continue to work and use other people with us. And I think that like people like Emily and Alex know that they're on the bottom, so they were expecting one of them to be voted out. But we voted out Smear because we thought that he, strategically wise, was like the head of that group.
Come on in, guys. Are you guys ready to get to your next community challenge? Yes, sir, I am. Okay, a little bit of a delay, then that's fine. Eden, I'll come and grab it. Thank you. Once again, we did not get the graphs for this challenge, as you can probably already guess, is a dizzy bat obstacle course. We will run in 2 waves of 4. Sydney couldn't make it tonight because she had a personal emergency. She cannot win immunity, but she will be at tribal council and she will have a vote. She's not present at this challenge.
We can vote her out. Not that we're going to, but she's not immune or anything.
She's not immune, correct.
We're not going to vote her out.
Kayla putting her strategy out, free challenge.
Don't tell her that. Oh my god.
Okay. So I'll walk through the challenge real quick. So if you turn around. So the first thing you do is do 10 spins on Dizzy Bat. Then you go around the cone. Underneath the table and around that cone, there is a balance beam. You must stay on the balance beam. You can't step on the grass. If you fall, you just start back over, back in line. Then there are 4 ping pong balls. You have to shoot the ball into the basket. If you miss, you have to collect your ball, come back into the balance beam again, and then you can shoot. First person of each of the 2 waves moves on to the final round, and I'll get into that a little later. We will draw for spots and we'll get started. Wave 1 will be Eden, Dalton, Alex, and Ryan. Get ready. Ryan, you don't look ready. Yeah. Alright, first wave. Survivors ready. Go! Yes. 1. Eden, put your head down more. 3. Eden, put your head down more. 4. 5. Eden. 6. Eden, no. Eden. 7. Have your head closer, Eden.
8.
7.
9. 10. Go, you're good, you're good.
10. Go. Alex will lead, Ryan going. Alex follows, Ryan is going around. Dalton follows real quick. Alex will lead Ryan, but that cone keeps falling. Eden. He's making fuck bouncy. You cannot touch the grass. If you're wrong, you Alex makes it across. Ryan, gotta restart, go back in line. Alex takes shots, misses. Ryan makes it across. Come on, man. Alex, you gotta go back in line. Oh my god! Ryan just misses. Eden with the cone. Eden Even with the bounce. A complete disaster here. Dalton just missed his No, you gotta go back. Gotta go back, you two. Not do the bounce thing. Gotta go back. Come on. Alex back. Has an open shot. Can win it right here. Makes it. Alex moving on.
Alright, post-game interview. How we think we did? How the team performed today?
I really thought I had the first shot. I was walking off so confident. That sucked.
Not gonna lie, I thought that was money too.
I was like,
Wave 2 is Luke, Kayla, Emily, and John trying to move on with Alex for the final round. Survivors ready? Go!
1, 2,
2, 3,
4, 5,
10.
7. John makes it quickly. 8, 9. John is very much in the lead. Kayla falls. John is Luke falls. Kayla's falling. Emily is trying to stay stable. John makes it across. John, you can take your shot. Just you gotta go back into the bounce beam.
Go, John.
If there's a line, you cannot go into someone's there. Emily can win it right here. John makes it back. Can Emily win it right here? Will it bounce? No, John. Guys, keep this up. John misses it again. Here comes Luke, who was in last for a while. Luke just misses. Kayla falls again. Gotta get back in line. Here comes John again. His third try. John misses again. Kayla, her first shot. Here we go. I'm fucking tired. Kayla tired. Can she do it? Kayla just misses. Emily with the shot. Just misses. Don't block shots. Luke. This is again. John for his fourth try. Can he make it? Let's go, guys. John misses again. Complete disaster from John here. Kayla, second try. Emily making it too.
Oh my god.
Kayla out of breath. Emily misses. John, here we go again. Everyone is completely missing. A complete disaster. This is anyone's challenge now. Kayla's completely out of breath. John misses again. Emily misses. Kayla, you can take the shot here. Kayla is out of breath. John misses again. No one is moving on here. I'll take this one. This is Alex's challenge to lose next round. Everyone is out of breath. Everyone just completely missing. John mercifully makes it. All right. For immunity and a clue to a new immunity now to give to someone else, Alex and John. You're both funny. All right. So everyone's ready.
Yep.
Go.
1,
Make sure it's stable,
2,
John. Make sure it's stable.
3, 4,
More stable than that.
5,
Okay, well, your book comes
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
John finishes first just like last time, but Alex is finishing. Alex takes a humongous ball, takes out the goal. Alex cut corner, gotta go over it again. John with the big lead in this half time. Here comes John. John easy. If he can make it, the challenge is his to lose. Here comes Alex. John just misses. Make sure you're not blocking your shots. Alex, go back. He dropped it. John, oh, in and out. John, it fell out. That's not good. That's it. Alex cannot make it past his ping pong part. Okay, yeah, bro. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. John makes it this time. John moving on. Alex is still in the ping pong paddle. 10 more spins, John.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Get next to the cone, Alex. There comes John. Next to the cross. Alex misses. Alex is still shooting. John, working on the post very quickly. Alex is still shooting.
Yes! Come on, keep going, you're still in it.
Alex makes it, gets 10 more spins.
1.
Alex is grunting.
6. 7. 8. 9. 10. You're good.
Alex trying to get it. Okay, make it across. John, when you think you have it, come get me. Alex, makes it across. Nice. Alex, now in the puzzle.
Come on, Alex.
John has had time on this. When you think you have it, both of you just stop. When you think you have it, both of you need to stop so I can check the puzzle. Alex trying to work quickly, trying to catch up with John. John taking another look. He's been working on this for a while. Both guys out of breath.
I'm not out of breath.
John saying he's not out of breath.
I don't got this, but I'm not out of breath.
Bringing back the 10-gram puzzle. Alex, take another look. Almost restarting. Just take a breath. Just look at it.
Yeah, I think I got it.
See if you can do it. John, are you calling me?
Yeah.
All right, Alex, stop. Everyone, stop. Alex, almost check.
You got it. It's not perfectly put together.
John is wrong.
You put that down. Also, at 10 seconds wouldn't do it.
I stopped him. You're good, John. John, something is not right for him with this puzzle. Can he figure it out? Can he figure out what is wrong with this puzzle? There's only one solution to this. Can they figure it out? Check. All right, John, stop. Hands off, John.
I take a step back because I have the solution here.
Don't touch John.
Oh, I got it.
Alex is incorrect. Keep going, boys. Don't think he has something.
But not all the time.
Probably not that hard. It's really right there.
I think I have it.
John, you calling it?
Yeah.
John calls us. Hands off. Everyone hands off. I'll take a step back, John.
I'm gonna go ahead and walk away. That's the way.
John is right. John wins immunity. John, come on and get it.
Good job, John.
Alright, you get it. Second challenge. Again, you're very tall.
Thank you, Trevor.
John, you are safe at Tribal Council. Everyone else, including Sydney, can I say the same? You have a clue to an immunity idol, to a new immunity idol. You can give it to anyone here publicly, or if you want, you can give it to Sydney.
I'm giving it to Sydney.
You give it to Sydney?
Yep.
Okay, I'll take it. I will text her the clue.
Okay. Sweet.
All right. Thank you guys. That's all I got for you. And on out.
Thank you.
Considering the fact that I knew it was 2 against 6, considering that Sydney wasn't there, was kind of hard on me. Because it was pretty much me and Emily against everybody else. And so, after I won my first heat, I wanted Emily to win, so it didn't matter who would have won, because she probably would have given me the hidden immunity idol clue to find that out, so we could possibly both be safe and just take out another person. But when I saw John win the first heat ever, I was like, oh, really? I'd go against this Goliath now?
I knew immediately that I was going to win, to be honest with you. Not that, like, I'm that athletic. I just think I'm more athletic than the other people in the competition. And I felt really bad because I wanted Luke to win, honestly, because he has more heads going for him, I think. Because I'm just sitting back and let other people doing the dirty work. No one's reached out to me, and I'm not reaching out to anybody. So people have it against him because he had Bronwyn's trust and voted her out, and he did all this stuff. So I want him to be as safe as possible.
Right. So going into this into this tribal, we are trying to get Sydney to vote with us. So with him giving the clue to Sydney, we kind of hope that she would trust us a little more and then share the clue. But she hasn't shared the clue with us that I know of. So I don't know if that's changed their mindset at all or anything like that. But I think it was just more of a test to see if she trusts us with the clue or what. I think that's what it was when John gave it to her, because obviously everyone knows that we're working, like me, John, Luke, Eden, and Kayla are working together. So I think that was just more like a trust kind of thing.
They're like, hey, John gave you the clue, and I was like, okay, and I was like, all right, well, so that's just to get me to vote with them. So he gave me the clue, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm at my house, and then Trevor texted me the clue, and then not long after, Ryan is like, hey, you got the clue, do you mind showing it to me? And I was like, sure, I'll get it. Trevor's gonna give it to me when I get back, so then I'll show it to you then. And then Emily was like, okay, make a fake one to show them. And I was like, okay, so I haven't shown the clue to anybody.
Also, her not responding to my DM, I regret it. I regret giving it to Sydney. I really do.
I was at first really hoping that John would give me the clue, but since then it's kind of made sense that he gave it to Sydney, and I think that could potentially work out in our favor, or it could potentially hurt us if Sydney is loyal to the other 3.
We kind of talked about how he was going to do that just because, number 1, she was gone, so we kind of felt a little bit bad. And then 2, we kind of wanted to gain her trust a little bit with the whole we want to keep the majority for sure. And so when she reached out to us, we were like, okay, that's great. And then this kind of solidified that we're okay with working with her.
I didn't tell her much. She was like, yeah, the plan is to vote Dalton because he's causing a lot of chaos and kind of telling both sides. She said that they're going to vote Dalton. She's like, okay, that sounds good.
Before tribal council, it was just me, Eden, and Dalton, and he was talking to us about how we're at the bottom of our alliance, and he said I'm especially at the bottom, and he said if it was me and the final 2 with either John or Luke, I would lose. And I was in my head I was like, that's super true. And if Eden agreed with him, I definitely would have was we should flip. But when we met on Saturday or right after the challenge tribal council, Eden told everybody what happened. So I feel that probably wouldn't have worked.
Well, so also before last tribal council, Dalton straight up told us that he was going to flip on us, Ryan and I. He literally said he was going to flip on us. So obviously Ryan and I told everyone else in our group, and now that we have the number, it was 6-4, we could vote Dalton off. Wouldn't matter. So that really freaked Ryan and I out. We were kind of filling him in, everyone else in. And I think Dalton, he really kind of cut away from the rest of us. He hasn't talked to any of us in a while. Then at the challenge, he didn't talk to any of us really, and since then we haven't talked to him. He hasn't talked to us.
That is not cool. Like, that's stupid on his part. You know how much he likes to talk. That's just like, you just shut your mouth every now and then if you have a plan. So because of that, and because we have no, like, this tribal council is the first one we have not talked to him at all. He has not reached out to talk to us. And then during the challenge, while I was doing it, Ryan told me that he was with the other alliance talking to them, like whispering stuff.
We just wanted Dalton more because he's kind of like schemy, and he's been very vocal to everyone but Luke and John that he doesn't like Luke and John, and we're kind of like, it's kind of obvious that we're like very closely working with them. And so he thinks like if he makes it all the way to the end, he'll win based on popularity sort of thing. And so he really wanted both Luke and John out. And so we were kind of like, oh, we don't really want that to happen. So yeah, he kind of became the main target.
We have worked with Dalton in the past. We're done. We knew that a certain amount of time we would have to turn on Dalton because he would turn on us. And that's what he's doing right now. So we are not, like, Dalton shouldn't be in a competition this far. Like, he's obviously not a competitor. Like, he doesn't want to even come close to winning the challenge. He's not going to win it. He has to. I think he knows that too. And so he's trying to play other people to go against us now because now we're the people who could actually win it. And he realizes that. And so that us noticing that he's working against us, we want him out immediately. But because Alex has come close several times to winning immunity in the challenge, we want to vote him out because he's a bigger competitor.
Me, John, Luke, Kayla, Ryan kind of decided that we were going to try and vote Alex out. But again, we kind of want to cover our bases with hidden immunity idols, so we're splitting unevenly the votes between Dalton and Alex. So we're telling Sydney that we're going to vote for Dalton so that she's kind of on that side of the our split votes, because we want Dalton to be like the priority out just because we think that he's kind of wishy-washy, and Alex, while he's kind of posed as a threat, and he keeps almost winning these challenges, I think we just want Dalton out first.
We're trying to get Sydney and Emily, especially Sydney, because I think she is serious about working us, but Emily also. We're trying to get the two of them to vote Dalton. So that way it'd be 4, 2, and 2 with one vote left. And then the fifth person from our alliance would also vote Dalton. So it'd be 4 votes Alex, 3 votes Dalton, 2 votes me, most likely.
Like, we're easily able to say, hey, let's vote Alex off. He's a big competition when, like, he hasn't won one. Like, it's so, to be honest with you, I think the reason I'm still in is because I just don't pay attention, and people do the dirty work, and they don't see me as anything but the nice guy who makes people laugh, which is what exactly, like, I've told you once that I'm not going to lie in this game, and I'm going to try to win that way, and I have not lied once to anybody. If I don't like somebody, I'll tell them, but if I do trust them, I'll tell them that too. So I think that's what's got, like, I don't think people see me as someone who's a traitor.
Right. So this is definitely the biggest week for me. By far, this is gonna be the biggest week for me, because we have our group of, like, our initial group of 4 of me, Luke, John, and Eden, and I love talking to them, just even outside the game, and I love working with them inside because I trust them. But there's still a point that I got to think of myself and whether I believe that I can get to the final 2 or 3 or whatever it is.
I guess it was the next day. Ryan approached me and said, hey, I'm going to flip and I need you to flip with me. So Ryan, who I thought was close with all of the ones in our old alliance I'm going to refer to now, surprised the hell out of me by saying, hey, I'm going to flip and I need you to flip with me or else this isn't going to work.
I think John, Luke, and Eden are a lot closer. Like, I think them 3 are very tight. I mean, they are very tight. And I don't know if they bring me to the end, or at that point, I don't know what would happen. So I thought about how else could I get to the end, and of course, the only other people I could work with were the other 4.
Like, during that conversation with Ryan, he talked about staying with his group for that vote, and then he would flip over with Dalton to our group after the vote. I talked with Ryan again, like over text, and he was just like, how do you feel? You know, I want to start cluing in Alex and Sydney about our plans. So he told Alex about his plan to flip with Dalton, and then he said to kind of keep Sydney like more in the dark about it because she'd been talking with Eden and we didn't know how close their relationship was, so we didn't want her to accidentally tell Eden about their flipping. So, and then he eventually told Sydney about our plan for like the 5 of us to work together. And
so after tribal council, Ryan ended up meeting with me after tribal, thinking that him and Dalton could possibly flip to make it a 5-4 vote because they know that they can't make it to the end with John and Luke because they can pretty much beat them in everything almost. And Ryan also talked with Emily and Sydney, who's also part of my alliance too. So we're hoping that we can be a 5-sum and maybe take some of them out.
No problem. So then Ryan met up, and then Ryan decides that he was telling me like, yeah, you can work with us, like with Ryan, with Luke and John and Eden. And then he goes like, okay, hold on. And then he like, I don't know, gets quiet, and I was like, okay. And he's like, actually, I'm gonna flip with Dalton, and we're gonna vote with you guys and go to get John or Luke out. I was like, great.
I know I'm new to them, and I've been against them this whole game, so I understand why they, want to keep me on a long leash. But I also want to figure out a way that I could get in with that group and find out who I would like to take to the end.
Reason why I think Ryan and Dalton were bound to flip is because right now there's an empire with 2 kings, and the rest are landowners, which are going to be livestock at the very end that they're just going to take out, and one of them is going to be a goat to the end, who they're going to 7-0.
Okay.
So we're trying to get into their heads and thinking we aren't going to beat these 2 people at the end. There's no way.
He was kind of the mastermind behind the new alliance. So far it's him, myself, Emily, and Alex, and more than likely Sydney. Sydney talked to the old alliance briefly without me there. I think she did it more individually, and she was just like, hey, I'm interested in working with you guys, whatever. She knew we had the power, so she wanted to join forces with us. But after Ryan, who talked to all of us in the new alliance individually and as a group, kind of got in her head and was like, made her realize, I hope, that if she sticks with them, she's going to be the next vote out. They're just using her as a number, so once they get me out, then she's the next vote out, because they want me gone. Thankfully, though, after the challenge, Ryan went and met with the old alliance, with Luke and John. Eden and Kayla left. They were not a part of the conversation as far as I'm concerned. But Ryan, Luke, and John met and talked, and while Emily, Alex, and I were waiting for Ryan to come back to report, and we figure out a new plan. So he comes back and he tells me, he was like, yeah, so, I told you that they were going to vote for you this week and everything. And then he kind of surprised the hell out of me by saying, they're not going to vote for you anymore because they think you have the hidden immunity idol, which is not true at all.
My thought process was, if I joined them, if I convinced them to work with me, they would have the majority with 5 before. And I know this whole game that they know that they've been on the bottom ever since the first and especially the second vote. So I kind of played like that. I played that card like, if you work with me, you could be on top, you could have the power. I know if I come join you, I'd be at the bottom, and I'm willing to take that risk with y'all.
I feel confident in the plan. I think we're going to be safe, or I'm going to be safe at least 1 more week. I don't know how much after that. I think Ryan is also using me because he knows they're going to vote for me, so strategically there's no reason for me to vote with them because it would just give me a fake vote. Well, maybe not this week if they're voting for Alex. I'm going to get Alex out, but I don't see Alex as a threat, and he doesn't need to go. And I don't plan on telling Luke and John. I could definitely use the whole, or Eden and Kayla as well, I could use the whole, gameplay of, hey, Ryan told me all this, and I could be a snitch and a rat and be like, stay true to the alliance, but that would do me 0 good because they're still going to vote me out eventually. So I'm going to stay true to Ryan, as long as possible. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna work with him and Emily and Sydney, hopefully, and Alex, and we're gonna see how that goes.
We have 4 of us voting for Alex. Then they have 1 of us voting for Dalton, and Sydney and Emily. They're hoping we'll vote for Dalton as well. And then, you know, the other 2 are gonna vote Luke, obviously.
So I worry a little bit that we're overthinking everything, because like, if they don't have an idol, then we just all vote Alex and we win. The you know, it doesn't really matter. But if they might have an idol, that's where like it gets a little sketchy. And there's potentially 2 out there. Obviously at least 1, but potentially the first one. You know, that's kind of a who knows with that one.
I'm trying to see if I can persuade them to like vote for just 1 more vote for Dalton, because if they have 3 votes Alex, and they could on paper have 4 votes for Dalton, if that makes sense, with Sydney and Emily. And then since Sydney and Emily, I think, will vote for Luke at Tribal instead of working with the core, for me it you know, appear that I'm still on the core side because I voted with them according to plan, and to them it would just be like Sydney and Emily basically just didn't go through with the plans that we made. So that's what it would appear to them. But with the plan right now about, you know, us 4 voting for Alex, they're gonna know that I flipped if that plan goes through.
I know the plan is to vote Luke out, but who knows? Maybe Dalton and Ryan are lying to our face and they're just gonna go with the majority and vote 2 of us out. So
that would be amazing if they would actually flip. So I don't know if they're gonna do it. He said he's all in to do it. So that's kind of been the big thing, is like Ryan and Dalton are supposedly gonna flip over with us.
I don't like it's gonna be a very last minute decision for me, to be honest. It's gonna be during tribal where I will make my decision, and that walk to you know, where I cast my vote, it's gonna be a very long walk for me, because I really do not want to vote out Luke. It honestly kind of burns me to have to vote out Luke, because I really wanted to go to the end with him.
I do trust Ryan, but I know Ryan has talked to like everyone, and he hasn't said that he's talked to everyone, which is like fine. It's like the point of the game kind of thing. But I definitely have like the most faith in Luke and John to like tell me exactly what they're thinking and what they have been doing.
I trust Luke the most. I really do. But honestly, I trust Eden and Ryan very much also as well. I legitimately think no one would turn in the 4 alliance.
If we can get 1 more vote to Dalton, that'd be it. I'd vote. I think that'd be it. That's the biggest thing. I think I'll flip if we get another vote for Dalton.
So, Ryan, we talked a lot last Tribal Council about lines being drawn. Do you feel that the lines have been drawn as a result of Samir being left out?
You know, I think as the game goes on, there's going to be lines that are drawn a little more clearly than others. But, you know, sometimes it's going to be hard to tell.
Alex, you came very close to winning the challenge. Did you feel like you could have used it based on how previous travels have gone?
I feel like it was pretty much win or die for me tonight. So who knows?
Okay. On the other hand, John, after winning the challenge, you gave the clue to a new hidden immunity idol to Sydney. What factored into your decision there?
I thought she was cool.
Thanks.
That's it? So you're saying that Ryan's not as cool, Luke's not as cool, Kayla's not as cool, no one else is as cool as Sydney?
To be honest, part of it was because she wasn't there at the time. So like I felt like it was more kind of mysterious if I gave it to her than anybody else.
So Sydney, how surprised were you that you got the clue from John?
Like really surprised. I was like, oh crap, because I knew I was missing the thing. I was like, dang it, I'm missing the challenge. I was like, okay. And then when I found out, like, he gave me the clue, I was like, okay, thank you. But it was just, I was just super surprised.
Are you concerned that could put you on someone's radar because you have the only clue to a new immunity idol?
I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously that's always like a concern. So yeah, I'm a little worried, but yeah.
Dalton, because we are getting down to the jury phase, do you feel that people are going to be trying to create their own resume for the final tribal council?
Of course. I think up until now everybody's played a group game. We've kind of, formed our alliances and whatnot, and then now we're starting to leave all that behind, and people are starting to figure out like this is an individual game, so like we can't all win.
Kayla, are you starting to be able to tell who potential frontrunners with the game is, or are you still thinking like, oh, they know the game?
Not personal, but like personal views, probably yeah. I can tell who's not gonna win, but I can't tell you who is.
Tells it like it is.
It's true. I mean, if you haven't done anything, why do you think you're gonna win? So it is what it is. I think people need to start taking charge of their own game, probably sooner or later, so they can get a resume. Because if you get to the final end and you haven't done anything, I can definitely just say like they just close their way to the end, so why should we go for them? But that's just me.
Eden, what does this game mean to you?
So originally, I was kind of just like, oh, I'll make some cool friends and I'll meet some cool people. And then obviously as the game progressed, it got way more intense than I thought it was going to. And so now it's definitely fun, just like meeting people and talking to people because we obviously know each other pretty well now. But I definitely take it more seriously than I thought I was going to at the beginning. Thinking I was just like, oh, I'll just meet some cool friends. But yeah, now it's definitely more serious.
Emily, is it getting tougher to vote people out as you get to know them better, like Eden was saying?
Oh, definitely. The more I get to know these people, like, the more I start to like them, and kind of, it's harder to vote out people just because we are starting to be kind of form like a bond, because, we're the only ones going through this, so we kind of know how intense it is, and with the intensity starting to pick up, I think we're all kind of getting more stressed and leaning on each other more, so it's definitely hard to vote people out.
So, Dalton, how crucial do you think this vote is compared to the previous votes?
Honestly, this one's probably one of the lower stakes votes, just because we kind of know who stands where. So like, there's the majority and there's the minority, and we can probably figure out, based on numbers, who's going home. So it's kind of an expected vote, whereas if it was, like a blind side like previous weeks, then it would be more crucial than it is this week, just because it's going to be expected.
Alex, getting back to what you were saying about it was either win or die, do you feel like that puts you in a ton of trouble?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are in trouble tonight. I think we got two pharaohs who are running the game on their side, and I feel like everyone's just picking up relics and giving them all the information possible to vote the minority off.
Who are the two pharaohs? Who are the two pharaohs?
Depends on your opinion.
Well, who do you think are the two pharaohs?
Why would I tell you?
I mean, I don't know. You said it. Why don't you just let us know who?
Why would I tell you anything?
Okay. Well, anyways.
You've already distrusted me so much anyways.
Distrust what?
Cindy, you look visibly uncomfortable.
I mean, it's always like weird. I don't know. It's just my personality, because like I'm uncomfortable with like what Kayla does. I wish I had her bravery, because I would never be able to do that. So it's really cool to me, but also it's like, oh crap, like what's gonna happen?
Well, I just think like it's not like real life, so like you kind of just like change your. I like not change my personality, but this is like how I would play a game. If I was a survivor, this is how I would play. It's like very confrontational, because it's like hopefully people can separate like real world and game. If they can't, well, yikes. But so that's what I do.
Well, unfortunately for one of you, you will no longer be part of Survivor. It is time to vote. Eden, you're first.
It's the first tribal council. I have no idea what's going to happen.
So, I was told to vote this person. Hopefully it works.
It's either you or me tonight. I can't even see straight. Heartbeat on my chest right now.
I'm blanking. Oh, yeah.
Oh, why are you looking at me?
I blanked on who I was gonna vote for.
This is like my third time doing this.
You're one of my favorite people in the game, but you're more than likely gonna win if you don't go now.
I'll go tie the vote. If anybody has the hidden immunity idol and wants to play, now is the time to start. Okay. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. How are the votes? First vote. Alex. Alex. Stu, what's Alex? Dalton. Dalton. That's 2 votes Alex, 2 votes Dalton. Luke. Luke. We're tied. 2 votes Alex, 2 votes Dalton, 2 votes Luke. Alex. That's 3 votes Alex. Luke. That is 3 votes Alex, 3 votes Luke, 2 votes Dalton, 1 vote left. 4th person voted out, and the first member of our jury. Luke. Luke in your green torch. Luke, Charles spoken. Time for you to go. Well, Kayla, you're right. It was time for people to take their games into their own hands.
Yeah, but it's more with jury management. Why would you lie about the vote?
That's all I got for you. Got your stuff back up, so I'll talk to you tonight.
Next time on Survivor. The underdogs celebrate their first move of the season.
Yeah, it went good for me because I got to vote someone out finally.
It's the upperclassmen that try to recover from a blind side.
It wasn't a huge surprise because we knew that that was a possibility, but we didn't know it was actually going to happen.
And some recover differently than others.
Because I want Kayla out.